हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज मैं आपके लिए लेकर आई हूँ चैप्टर लैंडस्केप ऑफ द सोल के क्वेश्चन आंसर। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 से। फर्स्ट, कंट्रास्ट द चाइनीज व्यू ऑफ आर्ट विद द यूरोपियन व्यू विद एग्जांपल्स। आंसर: द यूरोपियन व्यू ऑफ आर्ट इज टू reproduce an actual view. A Western or European painting is figurative or emblematic. The European painter wants you to borrow his eyes and look at a particular landscape exactly as he saw it. He wants us to watch the painting from a specific angle from his point of view. In European painting, more attention is paid to delicate realism. It can be illustrated from example of Quentin Mysteries, a master blacksmith who painted a fly on the latest panel of a painter with whose daughter he fell in love. It looked so real that the painter admitted him as an apprentice. But a classical Chinese painting is not meant to reproduce an actual view. The Chinese painter does not choose a single viewpoint. His landscape is not a real one. You can enter it from any point and then travel in it. This is because the artist creates a path for your eyes to travel up and down, then back again in a leisurely movement. This is even more true in the cases of the horizontal scroll. In the action of slowly opening one section of the painting, then rolling it up to move on the other, adds a dimension of time. This is unknown in any other form of painting. It also requires the active participation of the viewer, who decides at which pace he will travel through the painting. Thus, the participation is physical as well as mental. The Chinese painter does not want you to borrow his eyes. On the other hand, he wants you to enter his mind. The landscape is an inner one, a spiritual and conceptual space. Second, explain the concept of shan shui. Answer: the literal meaning of shan shui is mountain water. When used together, it represents the word landscape. There are more than two elements of an image. These represent two complementary poles reflecting the dosed view of the universe. The mountain yang is reaching vertically towards heaven. It is stable, warm, and dry in the sun. The water is yin, horizontal and resting on the earth. It is flat, moist, and cool. Yin, the receptive feminine aspect of universal energy. Its counterpart, yang, is active and masculine. The interaction of yin and yang is of course, the fundamental notion of Taoism. However, there is essential third element, the middle void, where the interaction of yin and yang takes place. This can be compared with the yogic practice of pranayama, where we breathe in, retain, and breathe out. Thus, the suspension of breath is the void of where meditation occurs. So, the middle void is essential. Nothing can happen without it. That is why there is the importance of the wide, unpainted space in Chinese landscape. This is also where man finds a fundamental role in that space between heaven and earth. He becomes the conduct of communication between both poles of the universe. Question number 2. First, what do you understand why the terms outsider art and art bird and raw art? Answer: the concept of art bird in the 1940s was first originated by the French painter Jean Dubuffet. This genre is described as art of those who have no right to be artists, as they have no formal training yet show talent and artistic insight. It is a stimulating contrast to the mainstream style of art. In the beginning, very few people had interest in this form of art, but now outsider art has gradually become the fastest growing art of interest of an contemporary art internationally. The nation of art word and raw art was of work that were in their raw state as regards cultural and artistic influences. Anything and everything from a tin to sink to a broken down car could be material for this work of art. Thus, it is totally different from the concept of the traditional art of painting where brush and colors are used. The rock garden created by Nek Chand at Chandigarh is perhaps the best example of such a form of art. Second, who was the untutored genius who created a paradise? And what is the nature of his contribution to art? Answer. The untutored genius is to 18 years old Nek Chand, who has created a paradise in a form of world famous rock garden in Chandigarh. He is the creator director of Rock Garden. He is called untutored because he never had any formal training in art. He is a genius because he had made himself a garden sculpted with stone and recycled material. When years ago he began clearing the little patch of jungle which was stand at the outskirts of Chandigarh. Nek Chand is now hailed as India's biggest contribution of outsider art. He has also taken the form of art called art brut and raw art to dizzying heights. The Swiss Commission for UNESCO has recognized his art as an outstanding testimony of the difference a single man can make when he lives his dream. The Swiss Commission will be honoring him by way of European exposition of his work. The 5-month interactive show Realm of Nek Chand was held at leading museums in Switzerland, Belgium, France and Italy. Raw Vision is UK-based magazine pioneers outsider art publications. Its 15th issue, Spring 2005, has featured Nek Chand. His rock garden sculpture Woman by the Waterfall was published on its anniversary issue's cover. Thank you so much for watching.